know how I'm coming, and they know what we hate. Around through that left side, low end. All of mine need more wins. If you got beef, don't come out, cause my young hitter might go in. Uptown GN, working all through my weekend. Hoping these don't show out, cause all of my hitters too deep in. With the boy, I'm so seen. Ain't worried about long as my money and my green. Baby, I ain't got work tomorrow, tell me what the business is. Ain't about no club hop, I'm trying to start some businesses. Shorty, you thought it was, they better know it's not that. Talking all that online, they knowing that it's not fact. Sliding through my hood, I make maneuvers like a Uber, baby. Got a 10-year plan, these can't tell what they doing lately. And I'm way too clean, I'm Listerine, I thought they been knew it. All in my lungs, I got my red cup full of that in fluid. Young middle Mad Mac, I'm swinging that leg, I'm banging that do or die. And I ain't that legally before I get crucified. Living in my bloodline, this place in my family tree. How the they pressed, I did my best out of what they handed me. Straight out of that country, know my shawty dick as human air. And I need not mention no extensions, that's human hair. Boy, we grew in there. Around through that left side, low end. All of mine need more wins. If you got beef, don't come out, cause my young hitter might go in. Uptown GN, working all through my weekend. Hoping these don't show out, cause all of my hitters too deep in. Tell them no stress, no biggie. Baby, I'm just too jiggy. Better know I brought that with me, case they get too iffy. Baby, don't stress, don't sweat it. Put it all on my baby. Know how I'm coming, and they know what we had. Be that left side, low end. That left side, low end. That left side, low end.
Gas in my lung, new shoes on the cruise. Country granite played the blues on the stools. Head wrap silky chewing on this oxtail. Scheming on a milli, trying to hit the yacht sail. Gold shining lobster near the Everglades music. When we drop, it's like you never made music. Better days never came easy to a quitter. Ain't no pump faking, let them see that I deliver. God body, baby, big 7 in the skin. Probably why you never hear no better again. Higher than the spot that we bout to set the bar. Stankin', smell it before it left the jar. I just left the coast straight to another ocean. Got excuses, me, I'm really having motion. Sipping on mimosa, chopping real estate game. 40 years later, still the same lane. Just left the hood, never heard of you. 30 long years, not a single word of you. Shop booming, baby, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been busy having motion. Just left the town, things spoke to you. You a L7, probably served to you. Shop still booming, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been really having motion. Boy, stop playing, this is not your lane. Never seen struggle, you do not know pain. Stop playing, would you be yourself? How they see you, how you see yourself. Ain't real, acting real fictitious. Family on the west probably still hit switches. Playing Sally Cell, brought the thumper in the car. I been down in Austin, burning rubber down Lamar. Keep what you earn, put it back in the business. Gold mouth shorty spinning racks at the dentist. One stream need a whole 7 ways. That weaker than a whole 7 days. I've been playing chess, working on the left brain. Buzzing in my city way before the press came. Went and bought a now he think he less lame. Got the kind of gas that could fuel a jet plane. Just left the hood, never heard of you. 30 long years, not a single word of you. Shop booming, baby, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been busy having motion. Just left the town, things spoke to you. You a L7, probably served to you. Shop still booming, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been really having motion. Y'all know what time it is.
Welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother, DMG the Poet, aka Brother Pianki. And today we got one of the pillars of Paradigm Shift TV 314 in the building. So before we get into our spill, let me do my usual greeting. Let me say, God bless to my Christian brothers and sisters. Hotep to my Kemetic brothers and sisters. Shalom to my Israelite brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters in the NOI. Islam to my Moorish brothers and sisters. Peace to my brothers and sisters in the nation of gods and earth, them 5%ers. I want to say what's up to all my atheist brothers and sisters. Shout out to all my Abo brothers and sisters. What up to all my Rasta brothers and sisters. And last but not least, Jumbo, to all the rest of my brothers and sisters throughout the African diaspora, be it here in the wilderness of the United States of America or beyond. Y'all know I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. It's because if you're black, I rock with you, and I hope you rock with me. We can have unity without uniformity, and our different ideologies should not keep us from uniting. And one day, shout out to my brother, the Slim Reaper, we're going to figure out how to disagree without being disrespectfully disagreeable, like me and Cap. But with that being said, Cap 10K, the one and only Captain Degal Gabor of ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, the captain of Paradigm Shift TV 314. What's going on, my brother?
Damn right. The water, brother. Not nothing. You know what I mean? I'm glad we're doing this second one. I wish the first one had went well, but I saw the BI coming out. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to go in on it. You know, I wish it could have been, a more reasonable dialogue. You understand? But it just went the way that it did. And I just want to, just clear up a couple of things. That's all. Want to clear up a couple of things.
Gotcha. And every now and then, you
right.
You let me know that you. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Well, good.
And you and Slim was supposed to have my bad, Cap. You and Slim was supposed to have a dialogue a while ago. What was it on, Josephus or something like that?
Yeah, he was saying that the Israelites had already went back to Egypt. He claimed that it was recorded in the book of Josephus. So many people have pulled that and made that same claim, but they cannot turn around and prove that that actually happened. That as a nation, you know what I'm saying, we went back into Egypt already on ships. And, of course, he didn't come, he put the challenge out there, but then he backed out. So he showed just how much of a chump he was when he did that, and then the last video, when you go back and look at it, when the brother started saying, "Oh, your mama," and all of that, he's showing me how much of a chump he is. Ain't no chumps in the ISUPK. You gotta come with it. And when it comes to this information, you gotta come with it. Now don't get me wrong, Slim Reaper. I ain't calling you out for a fight. You understand? I ain't calling you a chump saying you can't fight, but just talking, like that was weak. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, to turn around and say, "Yo, mama." Why I heard that shit since third grade? I ain't heard nobody say "yo, mama" since third grade. DMG. I ain't never said it. I ain't never went in on nobody and said "your mama." Your mama bitch, your mama ugly, your mama fat. I ain't never said anything about nobody's mama. It's between me and you. And that's how I keep things. Between me and that person and the information. You can't be a chump about information either. You got to come with it. You can't be soft having dialogues, man. You know, it's gonna come out of you. It's gonna come out of you. You'll make yourself look bad. You
So
know.
you felt like his resorting to saying your mama was him being soft.
Oh, you heard me when I responded to that. I immediately responded to that. From what he did originally was going off some gossip, basically. That was gossip. You know, first of all, Whack 100 does things for content. He don't care if it's true. He don't care. He don't care about. He just care about the content. You understand? I know that, number one. All right. Then to not even know that Polite is the one that did the interview, he was convinced. You know, Slim Reaper was convinced that the information that he heard was true from some disgruntled woman arguing back and forth about, with another woman about a child and a pregnancy and all. That's messy, man. Women do that kind of stuff. Polite was a BI for him doing it first. Whack 100 was a BI for doing it first. Whack lied in that interview. When you go back and listen to that, he claimed that one of the brothers, he claimed he recorded a brother on Clubhouse arguing with his woman. He knocking on the door. You go look at the video, you'll hear a brother knocking on the door saying, "Off of Clubhouse now, get off of there." And they asked, why? They said, "Who is that?" He said, "That's one of Cap boys right there." He said that this is one of the brothers under Cap. And he said he called Cap, talked to him and said, "Hey man, you might want to come check on your people, bro. They arguing on Clubhouse, they this and they that." He said, what's going on?" He said, "Oh, long as the brother, all right, we don't care about the sister." Yeah, this is what Whack 100 said. It's on the video that Slim Reaper, I believe, on the same video. The same video that he recorded saying that Cap told him, "Oh man, we don't care about it. Just as long as he all right." That's a lie. You understand? I've
Wow.
known Captain Tazariak, Commander General Yohana, Captain Tazariak, Captain Malquad, all the captains, all the generals. I've known all of those men for the last 11 years. And that is a lie. I done been in several councils, you understand, with the generals and the captains to help fix the problems that's going on in this nation. And never have I ever heard one of those men say something like, "Oh, as long as he all right, we don't care about her." That's a goddamn lie. So to sit here and just believe some stuff that you heard, that's why I called it what I called it. And he absolutely is a chump for sitting here. Like I said, I haven't heard that since third grade, brother. Somebody say "yo mama." Like, who says that? What grown man says that to another grown man that's in an argument? Because he jumped in his body, out of his body, he jumped out of his body. You understand? And the feminine side came out. Soon as I started saying what we call that in the hood, I've been hearing that since the third grade too. That is some bitch-ish that he did. I've been hearing that since the third grade too. Men don't act like that. Let me ask you a question real quick, DMG. Do you remember when JJ 7000 was accused of the things that he did to that white woman that he was with?
Mm-hmm.
I actually watched the live. I watched the live that Sonetta had did with the white girl as she was sharing the information. This wasn't nothing secondhand. It was live. I watched it. What did you hear me say about that? About all of that, DJ?
The only thing that I distinctly remember you saying was, I'm getting feedback too,
Okay, let me
like an echo. I can hear myself. But I remember you didn't even talk about the accusations. You was more or less innocent till proven guilty. Your thing was it's unlawful to have a relationship or interaction of that nature with a person of her ethnic stock. But as far as the accusations, you never went into an opinion on that outside of innocent until proven guilty, if I'm not mistaken. You there, Cap?
Can you hear me, Diddy? Brother Fro.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, see, on my end, it looked like you had froze.
Okay, yeah, we have an issue. Go ahead, brother. Finish up. What you were saying?
No, I was done. I was done. I was just saying that as far as I knew, you only spoke on the unlawfulness of the situation, never on the accusations. You had an innocent until proven guilty outlook on the accusations. You didn't even speak on that. You just spoke on the situation being unlawful.
Absolutely. Why? Because Cap is not a BICTH in that order. I don't do that, man. You understand? Even though me and JJ, I mean, you've been on the phone with me and JJ, and we've had it out several times.
Man.
Even though we had it out, I never turned around and brought up nothing that brother did, no accusation. We don't know if that is true. You understand? I'm not going to run with an accusation. I'm not going to do that. That's not how you do that. But when you soft, and then when you're in your feelings about something, all because of whatever personal issue that you have with, the people or the person or the situation at hand, and at hand was the ISUPK. And Mr. Slim Reaper has an issue with the ISUPK. He has to have some kind of issue.
Well, you didn't think that he was correct in his in what he put forth about with regards to Zoriak having accusations, or just any member of the ISUPK having an accusation, the same way Christian pastors have accusations and y'all go in on them. His overall point was that when this happens in churches, you had said in the past that this is what Christians do, as in Christians overall. His point was just simply saying that y'all don't take the same approach when it comes to the ISUPK and other Israelites. And then he was highlighting that even within the ISUPK, it wouldn't necessarily be that same outlook. You would just simply defend your brother against those accusations. You wouldn't simply say, you know what I mean? That was that. I thought that was what he was trying to say before it started to devolve between y'all. Just trying to do a comparison and contrast, if that makes sense. Oh, you got to unmute your mic. Okay, you got it.
I got you. And I don't think that that's what he was doing, because guess what? Eddie Long, when his accusations came, his people defended him. I'm not saying anything about anyone defending nobody, right? But this is the thing that was brought out, it was gossip. That stuff was not true. You understand? Just like I said, you can't, even that white girl has said the things that she said. You know what I was truly convinced about over everything that JJ 7000 supposedly has said and did. Even though she said that he has smoked weed with her, and he's the only thing that I believed at that time when she was talking was when she said he told me that my JJ was better than any black woman that he ever had. Now I believe that. I believe JJ 7000 said that. But when it came to
that was the worst. Like, that was the worst part of it. Like, of everything that was said, that was so bad, man. because again, I wasn't taking a lot of it to heart because I've seen in the past so many brothers get accused of these types of things, and then it's not the way that it was said to have been, especially when it's that dynamic. And so I wasn't really taking that to heart per se. And when I heard her say that, I was just like, that is the worst, man. Like from a social standpoint, from a relationship standpoint, when it comes to a black man and a black woman, that's like the worst thing you could say. But go ahead. That's
Right. That was the only thing that I was convinced of immediately. I said, "Oh, he did that." Now they're punching her in the head and throwing all down the hall and all that. No, you got to prove that. You understand? I got to know that this man did this before I would ever say he actually did it. You understand? But that's how real men deal with situations. You know what I'm saying? And accusations. I even admitted that yes, there are accusations out there, and I gave some examples, right? And even on the Christian side, I said there could be two pastors, and there could be one that turned around and had molested, defiled children, and there could be one that maybe he didn't. You understand? He didn't do it to any child. But you cleared up exactly. You did exactly what I wanted to do. You understand? Was to put them in the same boat where they go. And that's what people are missing when we're saying the things that we're saying. When we're saying Pentecostal Christian, Apostolic Christian, hell, they got Muslim Christians and Orthodox Christians. All of them go in the same boat because they are all. When I asked you, I said, "Don't all Christians confess to be sinners?" You said, "What? Indeed." And so that's why I made the separation. Like, okay, do we have to put you in? Okay, you just in the unalive sin line. You in the eat pork sin line. You over here in the five children line. You go over here in the celebrating birthday line. Why do I have to do that? Why can't I lump them all together? And then you said, yes, you can do that. You can lump them all together because they all are saying that they are sinners. The reason I said you can't do that with the ISUPK is because we're not sinners, man. We're not running around and willfully we're keeping them. We're keeping them. You understand? Our kahunas are bigger than what the Christian church is working with. They say you can't help us.
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
He's the only one that did everything perfectly. When Christ said in the Bible for us to be ye therefore perfect as our Father which is in heaven is perfect. Now, why would Christ tell us to do something if we can't do it? And I came into the truth, and this is why I said that I will not let anybody affiliate my organization with some filth like that, with some weak a shirt that say an apologetic and all this nonsense that Slim Reaper had on, all that foolishness, man. You have the balls to do what God say do. And that's number one. That's running off gossip. You ain't supposed to run off no gossip. You ain't supposed to do that, man. The Bible is against being a talebearer, telling what you heard from somebody. Like I said, and you know, like I know, DFG, me and JJ 7000 had those disagreements and those arguments before his accusations came out. So
Facts.
if I was a sucker, if I was like Slim Reaper, I would have took the opportunity to say, "Oh yeah, JJ, didn't I hear on live whatever what that white girl said? You slammed her head all up against the door. Didn't I hear her?" I would have did that same thing. But like I said, where I'm from, and especially in the ISPK, being raised up under Commanding General Yohana, we don't do no bitch ish. You understand? You don't see me doing no gossip work. I don't do that. I don't run off gossip, man. You understand? Even Even when it was brought back to me, I had to tell JJ 7000, no, dog, I ain't say nothing about your case. I mentioned nothing about your case. I didn't say a word. You understand? I didn't go make a video saying, look at what happened. JJ 7000. I told you. I didn't do that because I'm not a bitch. You understand? And what I said to Slim Reaper that day was correct. That's bitch-ish, what he did. Bitches do that. To where they hear something and just go run and go tell. All because you think you got it. Accusations, yeah. Accusations are there. They accused Captain Tazariak of neglecting the child, but he did not.
So you don't think that he was doing a compare and contrast at all? Like you don't see that nowhere in there. You feel like he was just trying to point out baseless accusations at Captain Tazariak and other members of the school.
Right, because he lied. He said, if you look into our members, you'll see the things that we have done. And we've been accused. I even used one that was more recent, which was the one that where I was being questioned, brought up on stage on Clubhouse, where the sister had asked me, what do you think about your member giving me an STD, divorcing me, and beating on me? That's what she said to me. And I told her, it took her 20 minutes to tell me who he was. And I told her, I said, sis, this is serious. If this happened to you, who did it? He under you. It's a lot of brothers under me, sis. I can't go off of that.
So, right. This Cap 10K we talking about.
Huh?
No, I say this Cap 10K we talking
about. Listen, I'm telling you, he was not just doing a simple compare and contrast with accusations. Because like I said, it's accusations out there about damn near everybody. You understand? There's a lot of people that put accusations out there. But what I brought out, especially in that debate that me and Nobody had, was facts. Things that the Christians have been found guilty of doing. Not just no video that I saw and heard with Whack 100, who's all about content. You understand? The dude does this stuff for. I done listened to this cat ever since Captain Tazariak and Captain Cottons. I've been dealing with him, and they create content. I mean, if you was listening, I don't know if you heard the last one that he did, but he made a big old thing about Captain Tazariak trying to take his women off his stage and all this because one of the sisters had got in class. And one of the sisters was agreeing with what we were saying, what we were teaching. And Cap had just been going back and forth with the sister, just talking to her about classes and answering questions and stuff like that. Whack 100 come on the stage going in, y'all, you trying to take my women, you trying to make her your 100th wife and all this, doing all this blow.
I thought that was almost like a year ago though.
Yeah. And then what did Whack 100 do? He came back and said, I just did all that for content. Like, you can't take this dude serious. And Slim Reaper pulled something that a man admitted that he does stuff for content, and you believe it? You roll with it? Not even knowing where the stuff even came from. You understand? So like I said, man, I'm not giving him no pass on that. You understand? In my book, Slim Reaper is a bitch for what he did. That's bitch-ish. You understand? You don't do that. You just don't do that. And it's not that it was Captain Tazariak.
Subscribe now.
I had the opportunity. I could have did it to JJ 7000 if I was a bitch. But I didn't because I just don't do that kind of stuff. But he does. You know, he's an apologetic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
he's Mr. Logic.
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Listen, he's so logical that he doesn't even know how to be a man while he's talking. To turn around and say, like, come on, DMG, you know where we from, brother. You know what we call that. You know what we call that, heard the loop. And like I said, I've been hearing that since I was in the 3rd grade. I hung around nothing but old heads and the OGs. And anytime anybody did some bish-ish, they got called out on it.
They got treated like what they was acting like. They get slapped in the mouth.
Yeah. I'm telling you. So I mean, I don't know where the brother from. I don't know if that's how they, behave around it. They allow that kind of stuff, but we don't.
Hey, but let me say this, though, Captain. Let me say this because the Slim Reaper, he a scholar, and I know he looked like Urkel a little bit, or Stefan Urkel, however you want it. But don't let the Stefan Urkel fool you, because the brother got like an extensive. Let's call it. We'll go back to me and your era. He got an extensive thug life pedigree behind him. So this is a reformed brother who changed his ways from all indications. So don't let the nerdiness fool you, Cap.
Okay, now, in DMG, you always trying to, bring out the best in brothers, man. And say something nice. I ain't even mad at you. I ain't even mad at you for doing your thing.
I'm just telling the truth.
Hold on. That's DMG. I didn't say anything.
I'm just telling the truth, yeah.
I didn't say anything about that brother's glasses. I didn't say he looked like a nerd. I don't worry about how no man look. That's not my thing. Now I did mention that T-shirt he had on, that apologetic shirt. That stands for the religion. You understand? That's the only reason I mentioned that. That stands for the religion that he's in. But I didn't mention nothing about how he looked. I wasn't saying that he's soft because he looked soft. I wasn't even going off of that.
I never said he looked soft, Cap. I never said he looked soft. I never said that.
No, you just said the nerdy look, the Urkel look, and we all know how Urkel was. You understand? Urkel was weak. He was soft. He was nerdy. You understand? He was scared. He was scared to get Laura. I would have told Laura up. You understand? Laura would be one of my wives. He was scared, but I'm just saying, I don't go off brothers' looks. I don't trip off of that. What he did, his actions, is what I judged him on. I came up off of don't judge a book by its cover, right? I got some family members, brother, that you would trust life with, and boy, you'll be making a mistake. This person, like, you can trust them with your house, your car, your kids, your money, everything, but you better not turn around for 10 seconds. I'm telling you better not get. And this is family members of mine. You better not give them 10 seconds with you taking your eyes off them.
I know the feeling.
They'll rob you blind. So I never go off anybody's feeling. My grandma taught me that at a young age. Don't judge a book by its cover. You understand? Do not do that. So I went inside the book. In fact, when he opened the book and he brought out what's inside the book and brought it out, that's what I judged him on. You understand? Because that's some bitch-ish to do that. To turn around and bring up some gossip. Some stuff that a woman, what you texting or calling his other one, this is what she claimed. Don't nobody even know if that's actually true.
Hey, Cap, I'm going to step away for a second, but I'll be right back.
Okay, no sweat. So again, nobody actually knows if that information that she put out there was true. Just because she said, "Oh, I got the receipts," this and that, nobody's seen the receipts. Nobody. We just got her talking, saying it. She did an interview with Polite. You understand? Polite supposedly pulled this information out, and he made himself look like a bitch too, and he still lost the debate. He did that thinking that that was going to, I guess, destroy Cap or something like that. You obviously don't know that, brother. You obviously don't know him. Cap will walk through a goddamn wall before he lose doing the work of the Lord. You understand? So like, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what Whack 100 was thinking. I don't know what Slim Reaper was thinking. I don't know what none of you cats is thinking. To where you think you're gonna turn around and do some bitch ish to the men of God and then think that we gonna fold up. Like, stop it. You understand? I tried to stop you so that you wouldn't look so goddamn stupid bringing up some gossip, man. Wasn't that didn't want to answer your questions. I don't already dealt with it. We dealt with this years ago. That video or that audio that Whack 100 used, that's 6 years old, 7 years old. That's old information, man. And we dealt with that then. So, like I said, to turn around and think that you're going to shame the men of the Lord by bringing up some gossip, something is wrong with you. Something wrong with your head. And like I said, like DMG said, don't let Urkel fool you. I'm not fooled by Urkel. I'm not. I wasn't even about that. I even said that the brother is educated. I do believe the brother is very educated and extremely intelligent. And I had never turned around and said that that man was a BICTH and in that order. You understand? I never said that because I never really paid him that much attention. You know, I've seen him in dialogues and stuff like that, and I know that the brother is intelligent. I just hadn't seen that side of him. But on that day, he truly showed his feminine side. He absolutely did. And to double back on the feminine side, when I call it out and I say, man, in the hood here in St. Louis, we call that bitch ish. And then the niggas, oh, your mama a bitch. You and your mama a bitch. That's you proving my point. You're proving my point. You're working and operating in your feminine side. And we don't do that. ISUP. Never have I ever taken the opportunity to try to, bring up something that's some gossip, something that I don't even know is facts. And then how we know that he know that it wasn't facts is he said, well, we're just going to put it in the chat and we're going to let the audience decide. That's even more bitch-ish. That's even more bitch-ish to turn around and bring up some gossip, and because you can't prove it, because you thought you had something that you were standing on, to turn around and now bow out. Oh, I'm gonna just let the people that's listening, Salaki, let the audience decide. We're gonna let them decide. No, you already decided by bringing it up, chump. So you got to stay in the ring. Don't bow. Don't get out. Don't get out because it got too tight. Don't bow out. You should have bowed out before you tried that bullshit. That's what you should have did. And then to bring that up, like I said, there are laws in the Bible where certain things, like for instance, he thought that a child having issues, that's so cruel. It comes from the law of God in the Bible. It's several of them. There's laws on uncleanness, right? To where if you turn around and you have sex with your woman and say, "Oh, we're about to have a high holy day," this is the law. You cannot come to the congregation. You cannot come to where all of the people are gathered. You just had sex. That's in the law. If you turn around and have, if you're bleeding got some kind of issues, you got bumps and stuff like that on you, guess what? It's in the law that you can't come around the congregation. It's not unlawful. And that's the thing that DMD is trying to say, that he was just making a comparison about the accusations. When I say it, yeah, it's plenty of accusations out there on us, but there's nothing concrete, nothing that has been proven. That sister that told me that brother did that stuff to her, when I talked to him, the brother immediately showed me the information to where she 304'd herself on him. That's it. That's done. But now, because she got, a lot of women do that, they 304 themselves and then they regret it afterwards. And you can't get mad at someone else and go lying on someone else because of your regrets, because you made the wrong decisions. All you got to do is just don't be a 304, and there'll be no regrets. There'll be no regrets. Do that versus lying on, right? Do that instead of lying on
real
someone.
quick, Cap.
That's what.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Before I get to my question though, I gotta play something real quick, real quick commercial break. Shout out to my brother Rocky in the building. But let me play this and then I'm gonna get to my question.
I brought that with me. Case they get too iffy. Baby, don't stress, don't sweat it. Put it all on my daddy. Niggas know how I'm coming, and they know what we run around through that left side, low end. All of my niggas need more wins. If you got beef, don't come out. Cause my young hitter might go in. Uptown GN, working all through my weekend. Hoping these niggas don't show out, cause all of my hitters too deep in. Fuck with the boy, I'm so seen. Ain't worried about shit long as my money and my dope green. Baby, I ain't got work tomorrow, tell me what the business is. Ain't about no club hop hoe, I'm trying to start some businesses. Shorty, fuck you thought it was, they better know it's not that. Talking all that shit online, they knowing that it's not fact. Sliding through my hood, I make maneuvers like a Uber, baby. Got a 10-year plan, these niggas can't tell what they doing lately. And I'm way too clean, I'm Listerine, I thought they been knew it. Blood all in my lungs, I got my red cup full of that Henny fluid. Young middle Mac, I'm swinging that leg, I'm banging that do or die. And I ain't that holy, ass holy, before I get crucified. Living in my bloodline, bitch, this place shit in my family tree. How the fuck they pressed, I did my best out of what they handed me. Straight out of that country, no.
So, I can't even see my little joint to say how many people I got, but however many people I got watching, if you haven't, hit that link I just put in the chat to subscribe to the brother channel, Coffee Culture and Comparative Mythology. Powerful young brother. Please go support his channel. I don't know if he started his content yet, but it's coming. So you might as well get in on the ground floor. Already be subscribed. So when the brother start premiering videos, you'll be getting your joints in on the ground floor. You ain't got to come in late. So, and as he said, it's launching later this month. So get in there. You already subscribed. You ain't got to worry about hearing about it. You already know about it. So please go support the brother. Salute to my man's Rocky. Powerful young brother. It's an honor to know young brothers like yourself that's doing positive things, because I know for a fact, because I was there, they could be doing a whole other thing. Go ahead, Cap. Well, actually, I had a question. My bad.
Come on,
so my question is this. Or are you basically saying that you feel like our brother, the Slim Reaper, has ill intent towards you and your Israelite brothers as it relates to bringing up what you consider baseless accusations? Would you say, are you saying that he had ill intent? Just doing what I said earlier with the compare and contrast?
I don't know if I necessarily say that it was just absolutely ill intent. I ain't gonna say all of it was, but I really believe, you know, all religious people have issues. You understand, with us that's in the truth. Why? Because we teach it, and not only do we teach it, we actually do the things that we say. And I know that he doesn't do the things that he say. I know that they don't live the way that the Lord tells them to in the Bible. I know they don't. You know, and I'll say some of it slightly, not really, just because it's all just, you know, do the more so of like a aha, I got something. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what the way it started. You know what I mean? And he just ran with it because he thought he had something. You know what I'm saying? And he actually didn't. So I'm not necessarily saying that, you know, he just has some sort of I know all of them do. I know every religious person out there, regardless of what religion you in, they all got something to say about what we teach and against what we do. You understand? So is there something personal going on? Yes, but I'm not necessarily saying that, you know, he was just coming from, you know, such a, you know, point like some others have that just flat out just lied. He turned around and did not do a good enough investigation behind what he heard. You understand? So no, I ain't gonna say that he was just necessarily just out just to get the ISUPK. You see what I'm saying? I ain't saying
Yeah.
that.
Like one of the things I say is it's a difference between doing wrong and being wrong. I like to tell people, like when people be like, "What? He lying." Maybe he just mistaken. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes it's not necessarily a lie. It's just a mistake because you believed a lie or someone else's mistake. And so,
Right.
well, let me ask you this then. With that being said, why did you disagree that ISUPK is a religion, or that the ISUPK members are in a religion? I guess I should say. I'm not sure which, because I don't know the way it was worded made you say that he was saying ISUPK is a religion, or because what I thought he was saying was that you yourself have a religion. But I think you may have took it as he was saying ISUPK is a religion. Can you get some clarity to that?
Okay. Here's the thing: is that disclaimer that we have that the ISUPK is not affiliated with nobody. You can't lump us in the same lump with everybody else. Like I said, somebody has to have the bar to stand outside of the lump and not conform to what the lump is. Even though my brothers and my sisters are part of that lump, I'm not. They are religious. They are in a religion. This is a way of life for us. This is how we actually, just to separate us from the rest. You understand? That's all. When you say that somebody's in a religion, you can say that Christians, that they're in a religion. You can say Muslims are in a religion. You can say 5%ers are in a religion. But damn, is any 5%ers still around? You can say that, you know, a Buddhist, you know, and whatever you claim. You understand? They are in a religion, but we are not. When you go through and you look at the Bible, nothing is religious about it. It's how we're supposed to live. These are our morals. You understand? The Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments are our morals, the way that we are supposed to live. So that's the only thing that I was saying. You can't. There's no way you can put us in the lump with nobody else. And I don't care
Well,
who it is.
I don't think he was trying to put you in a lump with other people in that sense. I think he was just saying, like, when you look at the definition of the word religious, just by virtue of y'all believing in the Most High, that would put you in the category of religion. So are you saying you don't adhere to that definition of religion, or how do you distinguish y'all from anybody else that believes in a God? Because that's an element of what makes one religious.
No, it's the religion that they are in is what makes them religious. And yes, the definition is what is tying us to, is what would try to tie us all together. And that's why I kept saying, when you go through the Bible, you look up the word religion, it simply means faith. It has nothing to do with what they are doing in those religions. And yes, the definition was trying to put us all in the same boat. And this brother not doing his investigation, because I have not just came up with this since I got in, since me and him had this discussion. I've been saying this since I came in here. Why? Because I wasn't the first person that said it. We are not a religion. It's been being said since 1969. We are in no religion and we are not religious. You understand? So yes, the definition was trying to, it said if you believe in God, and listen, no, that's not true. That definition is not a fact. You understand? It is if you go to church. It is if you have one of those titles, apostolic, Pentecostal, Baptist, or something, Presbyterian. It's true for them, but it's not true for us. Because us believing in the Most High and doing what the Most High said is two different things from what happens in those religions, up under the banner of religion. Like I said, in religious groups, you have all kinds of children being defiled. It don't happen in here. It don't happen in ISUPK. So F that. You're not going to say that we're a religion too. No, we're not. Because we don't do that kind of stuff. We don't defile children in here. In religions, they sleep with other men's wives. In the ISUPK, that don't happen in here. In religions, they eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, catfish, shellfish, whatever they want to eat. That don't happen in here. So, like I said, there's a big difference between us and them. There's the religions, there's the Christian church, and then there's the great and mighty ISUPK up under Commander Junior High. Because, like I said, we actually have the kahunas to stand outside of the box and of the norm. We're not trying to fit in. I don't care what definition you bring up. That's not us, because we're not religious about nothing that we do. We're just not. So by Mr. Logic being so logical, he can't understand something real simple.
Well, no. I don't even think that's a part of his logic. His logic, his logistical background. I think that's just, if you read the definition and they say, if someone believes in a God of gods, you know what I mean? And so that's why I say I would understand you saying the ISUPK as an organization is not religious. But at the same time, if you believe in a God, just by the definition of the word, you are religious. And so I was just curious to see how you would separate or draw the line of demarcation between y'all still believing in God, but not being religious. Even when it comes to keeping the laws, because you're keeping the laws of God. So how do you take the religion out of it? Not to say that you do anything that other religions do, but how do you take the religion out of practices that you get from God?
So what's religious about thou shalt not steal? What is religious about that?
Where did that come from?
It came from God, but what's religious about it?
It came.
Christians go to church.
The religious aspect is that it came from God.
No, it didn't. No, it
It
did
didn't
not.
come. It didn't come from God.
None of that stuff that they do in them religions come from God. None of it.
No, I'm talking about thou shalt not kill or thou shalt not steal. What would make it religious is that it came from God.
But that's what I'm saying. So what makes that religious?
It came from God.
No, that's
You
not being religious.
You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't if religion is if the element of religion is that you believe in a God or gods and the laws you follow came from said God. That's why I'm saying. So you don't adhere to that definition of the word. Period. So is this universal to all words? Y'all just you don't believe in like whatever like the Western definitions of these words, because I ain't never heard that part of y'all teaching. Is why I'm asking.
Okay, like this right here. When Christians go to church, that's religious. They religiously go to church. When they have what is that thing called? Uh, I can't think of what when they tarry, right? They tarry religiously. People come down to the front and they all sit and shout and clap their hands, thank you Jesus and all of that. They do that religiously. You understand? God did not say do those things. God's saying not to steal. There's nothing religious about it. God said to treat your brother as you or your sister, the same way you would want to be treated. There's nothing religious about it. Those laws, statutes, and commandments, those are rules. Those are our ways. That's our moral. That's how we are to conduct ourselves, not in a religious fashion.
Can you see the screen cap?
Nice cars, right? You got some nice cars, and me knowing the law and not to steal your car, that has nothing to do with being religious. That's me following my God. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm being religious about anything. And no, I don't. What it say on the screen?
It says in practicing things to appease and be bound to a God is fully religious.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Like I don't really understand that, how they can say that. So me not stealing from you all because God said it, that's I'm being bound? Or is that me loving my brother and my sister and treating them right? I mean, I don't understand that. I don't see how.
If God wouldn't have gave you that law, would you still adhere to it?
Listen, if God wouldn't have gave us those laws, brother, we would be effed all the way up. You understand? We would be effed up. Just think about the law. Think about not defiling children, brother. It's already 1 out of 3. Hold on 1 second. It's already 1 out of 3 little girls that get defiled. You understand? And 1 out of 6 little boys of ours that get defiled. I thank God that He did say it. Now, me, I'm just not nasty like that. I'm not fit to defile nobody's child. When I was not in the truth, I didn't defile anyone's child. I didn't like sleeping with other men's wives. I didn't like none of that filthy stuff. So yes, knowing that I'm supposed to do it, like I don't see how the brother is saying or whoever just commented saying that I'm being bound to a God and it's religious. When God said this is how you treat your brother and your sister, this is how y'all treat each other. And what's wrong with that? The white man give you love, and I don't hear no nigga complaining about that. I don't hear nobody complaining about the laws of the white man say that you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't hear nobody say they bound to the white man because the white man gave them all them laws to follow. Niggas do their best to follow them laws, and it ain't nothing religious about it. Not none time have I heard anybody say that I had to cut my grass because they gave me a ticket. I don't hear nobody saying nothing about being religious about them laws about keeping it. So that's ridiculous, man, to even say that.
I think that we can agree that Cap does not acknowledge the mainstream or the standard definition of religion, and so anything connected with that as it relates to religion, Cap he don't acknowledge that that particular definition, and so I think he has a different definition of religion, and that'll be something that him and somebody else would have to parse out if that's a dialogue he willing to have with somebody, if somebody want to entertain that. So continuing on, Cap, what was it that that outside of the accusations and the WAC 100 thing that Slim Reaper brought up that you took issue with, or was that the main? Was that the straight line through him bringing those things up?
Yeah, I mean that was it, the whole thing right there. Because, like I said, when you bring up something that you heard, you got to know that you correct. You understand? Like I said, when I heard that white woman say those things about JJ 7000, I didn't immediately say he was a woman beater. I didn't immediately say, some people did. A lot of people started going right in on JJ. I did not do that. I didn't do that. You understand? Because, like I said, my nuts is bigger than that. I'm not going to turn around and just say somebody said, heard something, and then just run with that. So that was the whole thing right there, is that he did something that I would expect for a woman to do. You understand? It's to turn around and hear that, because I heard it. You understand? I heard what happened. I heard the information. I heard it live when Polite did it. I heard that information live when he did. And the only thing that they turned around and said that Cap neglected his special needs child for was because he didn't bring her around the congregation, when I know my brother's family. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to turn around and say that, oh, he did something immoral, that was wrong, that was unlawful, all because some broad said he did. And then to say, oh, I'm gonna just put the information in the chat and let the people decide. That's to me, that whole thing, man, was just weak. That was weak. You got to stand on it now. You bring something up, you got to stand on what you said. You know, DMG, I know we from the same hoods here in St. Louis, and roughly it's about the same everywhere. You ever heard a person that started spreading the gossip and then he got knocked out for spreading it? You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Of course you have. Yeah. I done seen it. I saw a nigga that had nothing to do with nothing get his ass knocked out because he started running his mouth. I saw it. That happens. I've been against it since I was a kid, and I'm against it now that I'm an adult.
Yeah, it's one thing to hear a rumor. It's another thing to perpetuate it. And so, you expect a lot of times it's the op that's spreading the stuff, and you expect them to spread stuff because they the op. But when it's perpetuated by somebody who either pretend to be neutral or pretend to be in your circle, that's when you got to knock them out for perpetuating it, because you shouldn't have even repeated it. All you had to do was come and holler at me, let me know what was being said. We expect the op to say this type of stuff anyway, but now you went and repeated it before you even indicated to me what was being said. Yeah, I gotta send you to the dentist.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what he did. You understand? Perpetuated something that he has no knowledge about, that he hearing for the first time, and thought Mr. Logic, I got one. You understand? And that was a what they call it, an epic fail. He failed bad by doing that. You understand? You lost all the man points in the world that you could have had by doing that. You understand? You can't get no respect as a man now. You understand? And that's from me. Maybe the folks that love you, they'll treat you the same. But me, I just can't do it. Because like you said, DMG, it's one thing to turn around and be a person's total enemy. But then to think that you done dug up something. You understand? And then go and spread it like it's correct. And like I said, Cap, he's still with them women. The mother did not come out and say that he did anything wrong to their child. It's not unlawful when a woman has a baby. She can't come around for what the hell, 80? I forgot how crazy it is. I gotta look back up. But she can't come around for a long damn time, about 3 months, almost 3 months. So you want to say that we're being cruel to our sisters because we're following the laws of God? You understand? Like I said, if you have an issue, you understand, when a woman on her period, she can't come around. Now, the Christian church, I know all of those seats and those pews are filled with damn women's monthly issues because they don't follow the laws of God. And what that is right there, that's science. That's not neglect. That's not abuse. That's so that you won't spread whatever thing you could possibly have to someone else. And if a person looks at that as being religious, when God is trying to keep us all safe and clean from catching someone else's issue, then something got to be wrong with them. You understand? Because like I said, it's nothing religious about it. It's how we are to deal with each other. And I absolutely love it, man. I absolutely love the truth.
So is the indication that when women are on their cycle, they are susceptible to spreading disease just by virtue of being on their cycle, or catching a disease? What we talking about?
Oh, okay. Now basically in hospitals, right? Do nurses come in your room without putting on gloves? Do she deal with you with touching? Right. No matter what you do, do they deal with you without touching, putting on gloves? No, they don't. They put on gloves. No matter what you in there for. No matter what you in there for, before they touch you, they say, okay, hold on. They go over, they sanitize their hands, right? Then they go and get the gloves. Then they start working on you. So that they don't, whatever you may have, it's not that they actually have a disease, but just say, for instance, you have a woman that's bleeding out at that time. Say, sometimes they bleed through their clothes, right? And say she does have something that is going on. And if she remains separate from everybody else, if she has an issue,
okay, I got you. I got you. So a man, let's say a man was recently stabbed or shot. Now he ain't good enough condition where he can come and go, but y'all would still say, nah, stay home for whatever length of time because you have this injury. So it worked the same both ways, I guess.
Right. Same thing.
Gotcha.
If a man, like I said, if you have certain bumps on you, if you haven't healed and stuff like that, you cannot turn around and come to the congregations where everybody is at. So that you say, it's like a quarantine, man. It's like the same thing that they do in a hospital. That's what I'm saying. What's in the Bible, that's science. what we're speaking on is issues of uncleanness. You understand? That's in the Bible, and that's science. So that, like I said, if a woman, not saying that she, has to have an STD or something like that, but whatever issue that she could have, that if someone touches your blood, they can pick that up and take that with them. And that's the reason why doctors and nurses come in the room, sanitize their hands first, then put on gloves before they touch you, so that you won't transfer anything. So they can take that little finger. I'm something like a doctor. You know what I'm saying? I've been in. You know what I'm saying? I got a what's that thing? What's that? What's that? CPR license. I got a couple of those. You know what I'm saying? Something like a doctor. But you take that glove, take that finger right there, and you pull the glove up, roll it down, and then you take the other one, roll them up, and you throw them in the trash. You understand? So whatever thing could possibly be there, it's in the trash now. It's not on your hands. You're not gonna turn around and go in the break room and sit down and start grabbing the refrigerator and get your juice out of there and start sitting down at the table and eat. You're not gonna turn around and contaminate everyone else. You understand? It's basically just a quarantine. That's all it is. So not saying that, there absolutely has to be something wrong with a person, but if there is, this is the way that this nation of people will stay safe from any possible contamination. That's all, man. It's not that big of a deal with me. You understand? Like I said, I understand it. I totally get it. I've seen sisters. I had to tell one that was in the store. I was in a grocery store, and the sister was bleeding out. And I had to tell her, says, I don't know if you know it, but you're closed. You know what I'm saying? And she, oh shit. You know what I mean? And thank God she had on a little jacket. She covered herself up, was able to run out of there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, so that, because nobody wants to be out there like that, no way. No woman wants to be bleeding out, at that time. Women feel icky and dirty, and you know what I'm saying? Because their body is getting rid of the, you know what I'm saying? So that's all it is, man. It ain't that big of a deal to me, DMG. It's not that big of a deal.
Got you.
So yeah, so if brothers have issues, they get treated the same way. It's laws for open wounds and stuff like that because you could possibly spread something. Okay? You got an open wound, you stay at home until it heals. Simple as that. And it's in the law. It's in the law.
So what do you say as it relates to, because I've heard a lot of Christians and others say that the law is impossible to follow, like, strictly, and from what I'm hearing is you saying that y'all do that. So are you contradicting what apparently some scriptures in the Bible say about the law, or do you adhere to those scriptures? And I read some of them to you that people are telling me contradicts what you saying.
Okay, no, we're not contradicting anything. The Bible doesn't contradict itself, and you're not hearing me, Captain K, the Goggle Ball, under Commanding General Yohana of the ISUPK, contradict anything that the Bible says. What happens is people that's throwing scriptures and they're saying that don't know what they're talking about. And I would love to hear these scriptures so we can walk through it, so I can show you and tell you what means what. If you want to learn the truth, ISUPK up under Commanding General Yohana is where you should come. You understand? Don't think you're going to get the truth nowhere else, because there's no contradictions in the Bible, and what we teach is not a contradiction. So whoever said that you can't keep any laws, right? Now let me ask you this. Don't people claim to be the word Christian, right? In the Christian church, don't they claim to be followers of Jesus Christ? Huh, DLG?
My bad, I was muted. That's correct.
Yeah. So the word Christian means one who follows Christ's teachings and his actions, right? So the things that Christ did, they claim to do. the things that Christ said they claim to do, correct? Didn't Christ keep all the law? Don't Christians confess and say that Christ was perfect? Don't they say that he kept the law, so there's only one perfect man, and that was Jesus Christ?
That's correct.
Okay, now before you go with your scriptures, I'm gonna read one real quick. This is Matthew 5 and verse 48. And this is what it says. Now these letters are in red, and this is what Christ said out of his very own mouth. He says, "Be ye therefore perfect." Now, who is the "be ye" that he's talking to? Who do you think he's talking to, DMG? Is he just talking in the air? Is he talking to himself? Or is he talking to his fellow brothers and sisters that he was going around teaching, like the disciples and the apostles?
I would say he was talking to his disciples.
He was talking to people. Like he's talking to men, teaching the Israelites what to do. So it says, now you know that old saying, boy, I've been hearing that since I was a kid, that can't nobody be perfect. Well, nobody perfect but Jesus. Now, I would say that those people are contradicting what the Bible says. Because Christ not only himself was perfect, but he's telling all of us to be perfect. He says, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect." He gave us his law, statutes, and commandments to make us perfect, man. That's what being perfect is according to the Bible, his law. And this was said in the Old Testament. That's what Christ is doing. Christ is reciting the Old Testament because that's what he was teaching out of. They were teaching and learning out of the Old Testament because the New Testament wasn't laid down at the time that Christ was doing what he was doing. And he's telling them, be perfect. And how do you be perfect? By following God's law. That's how you do it. You ever had perfect attendance? DMG, how do you get perfect attendance?
You got to come to school every day, or come to work every day, whatever your that designated place is. You got to be there on time every day.
Is that a religion? Is that religiously, or do you do it because it's a requirement? You go to school and you're required to go to school.
Well, you can quote unquote
every day that there's school, you're required to be there. Is it a
you
religion?
can quote unquote be religious. You can be religious about getting perfect attendance. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the person. They can be religious about achieving that perfect attendance mark, or religious about being the top employee or student. It just depends. What that person mentality is, I guess.
But initially, the person that made that up, is that a religion? Was anything religious about that?
No. I wouldn't think so.
Exactly. That's not. It has nothing to do with religion. So whether the person is trying to be religious or not, that's on them. Right here, the Lord didn't turn around and give us his laws and send Christ, and this is what he said for us to be religious about anything. It was so that we can actually be perfect. What's so wrong with not being LGBTQ? I'd be damned if I be imperfect and be that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be perfect rather than be LGBTQ. Talk about God made me this way. It's a damn lie. Because they religiously say stuff like that. That's because their religion allows them to. But Christ didn't. Christ reinforced what God initially stated from the beginning, which is to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And there's nothing religious about it. You understand? But go ahead. I know you said you had some. Let's read some of them that you got.
Yeah. Let me go to it. So, the first one is Romans 6:14. For sin will have no mastery over you, because you are not under law, but under grace.
I love that scripture, brother. Woo! I love that. That's a good scripture. So first, what we got to do is we got to define what sin is, right? Go to
Okay.
Romans, what is it, 4 and 3, or is
Romans
it
4
Romans
and
3 and
3.
4? Yeah, 4 and 3. Romans 4 and 3. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That's not it. Wait. Let me get it. Hold on 1 second. First John 3 and 4. Salaki, brother. First John
First
3 and 4.
3 and 4. All right.
I got something that I want to pull in Romans, so right behind there. And I'm gonna break all this down.
Okay.
First John 3 and 4.
Right. It says, everyone who practices sin also practices lawlessness. Indeed,
Okay, you got
sin.
it. You pull up the
That's it.
KJV.
Hold up. No, wait a minute.
Different version.
Okay. Oh, dog, it took me all the way out of it. Okay, hold up.
No sweat. I'm gonna take you to
That
two
was First
places,
John
and then
3. What was that? That was 3 and 4, right?
yeah, First John 3 and 4.
Okay. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law.
Okay, now check this out. Whosoever committed sin, right now, you already established on the last interview that Christians confess to be sinners. That's just the way of life for them. They're hopeless sinners, and Christ supposedly had died for that and all of that, and then that's that. All right. Now it says, "For sin is the transgression of the law." If you sin, that means you are breaking God's law. Now read verse 5, and I'm gonna have you go down to 6.
And ye
Read
know
verse.
that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin.
Okay, he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin. Right now, Christ, guess what he didn't do? He didn't transgress the law. The word transgress means to break, right? He didn't break the law, and he came to take away our sins. Now, this is what people think that Christ did, was this right here: sprinkle some magic over niggas, you know what I'm saying? Some sprinkle and some dust, and then magically your sins is being taken away. What he taught us how to do, the next scripture is about to explain it. Read 6.
Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth
Read,
hath,
whoa.
hath not
I got
seen
to read
him,
like you're a trooper.
neither known him.
Like you're a trooper, DMG. Hold on, read again. Read that. Come on.
Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth hath not
Read
seen him, neither known him.
Are you understanding it? Do you get it now? Whosoever abides
Look,
in him sin not. That means you don't sin.
hey, listen. This is not my this is not my battle. This is between you and the Slim Reaper.
I know this ain't you. I know you said somebody gave you the question or gave you the scripture.
Yeah.
I understand, but I was just having you read.
Three different people actually.
Yeah, I'm just having you read. You know, you my trooper right now, so I got to explain. I got to explain. People got to understand this.
I done made Trooper on accident.
They're right. It said 1 John 3 and 4 explains to people what sin is. The Bible defines what sin is, and it is the breaking of God's laws. And when you go down to sin, like I said, magically, he hasn't done anything. What Christ did was he taught us the right way. That's all. Commander Johanna does the same thing that Christ did. It's teach us the right way. He learned it from Christ. He's following Christ, and he's teaching us to follow Christ. Not just by bumping our gums saying we believe in Jesus and scabula, but actually doing it. It says in verse 6 that whosoever abideth in him. Don't Christians say that Jesus live in me? Don't they say that? That's me. That you made Christ your home to abide in. You understand me? That's where you reside at. Christ is where you live at. You understand? I mean, you follow Christ. You're and if you do, you sin it not. So if they are confessed sinners, my question to them would be, why are they hypocrites? Why don't they follow what Christ did? Because the scripture in verse 5 said, and in him is no sin. And guess what? Up under Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK, there is no sin in us either. You understand? That's why I said the difference is between us and them. You got the ISUPK, and then you got all of them out there. And they just talk. They just sing songs. They just listen to what the pastor say. They don't even know what the Bible say. If you actually abide in Christ, you're going to be like him. And you're going to sin not. You're not going to break the laws. And that's what it meant when Christ had sat with the.
So let me get
the sin.
Mm-hmm. Let me get to this one, and then I done got like 4 more, so I ain't gonna even read all these. But let me do this one, and then we'll move on.
All of them, brother. It don't matter to me.
I know, but you know, like I know, Cap. You long-winded in your explanations, and I ain't even saying that that's a bad thing, because sometimes you gotta explain things for people to understand what you're saying. But if we do that with every one of these, like I say, I got 4 more. So right now I got 8 after this one. So we gonna do this one, and then we're gonna keep it pushing. Because look, I got something I need you to watch. I got Nobody in A1 is the Bible for everyone or just the Israelites coming up later on. I need you to watch, because I know you want to know who the Israelites are, according to my brother A1. So we still got to get to that joint. Right, so, right. But this is the next one. It said, this is Galatians 5:1. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherein Christ has made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you that if ye be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. For I testify again that if every man that is circumcised, that he is a debtor to do the whole law, Christ is become of no effect unto you. Whosoever you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace. For we, through the Spirit, wait for the hope of righteousness by faith. For in Jesus Christ neither circumcision avail anything, nor uncircumcision, but faith which worketh by love. So what I'm assuming this is action is, if he's saying being circumcised availeth you nothing, or being uncircumcised availeth you nothing, and that you are justified, whosoever you are justified by the law, and ye are still falling from, you are falling from grace. And then it says, we through the Spirit wait for the hope of righteousness by faith, drawing a line of demarcation between faith and the law, with the law seeming to be of the greater effect. What do you say to that line of demarcation being drawn by Paul in these scriptures between faith and the law?
I'll make it brief. What was happening here was there were some brothers having discussions and arguments about those of our people that were circumcised and that were not circumcised, right? And the point to this is if you have broken the law, you're going to try to turn around and stand on you being circumcised, then Christ ain't going to profit you nothing. You got to follow him. And yes, being circumcised is a part of the law, and we do follow that as well. But what they're saying here, the argument is we shouldn't be around them because they haven't been circumcised. There was a bunch of arguments back then. If you weren't born in the land, you know what I'm saying, you're not people. You can't come around us. That's basically what was going on there. You understand? So being under the law is being under the punishments of the law. There's two parts to the law. There are the do's and the don'ts, and then there are the punishments for breaking the do's and the don'ts. You understand? By you being led by faith in Christ, you understand the spirit of the law, which is you're keeping it so that you won't get punished, right? You get that? That's real simple, right? A father and a son. Father tells the son to take the trash out. He won't get put on punishment if he takes the trash out. If he can keep that in mind.
Where you at, DJ? Where you at?
Yeah,
you heard that?
So you get what I'm saying, right?
No doubt.
Yeah. So that's all that was right there. That was just arguments brothers was having, and they was talking about being circumcised, and these brothers was wrong for that when they broke the law elsewhere. You understand? So that's the whole point behind it right there.
Gotcha. Okay, so in the grand scheme of things, because I know you had respect for Slim Reaper, in terms of his his knowledge, his library. We had conversations about the information he had and the books, talking about how he had his wife handing him all the books and stuff like that. I joke with him about that all the time. Me and you joked about it. So I know you had at least a measure of respect for him in terms of his intellect, his ability to, break things down and stuff of that nature. Have you, if that was on a 10 being, on a scale from 1 to 10 being the highest, what would have been your level of respect for him in that regard? And then what is it down to after what happened last week?
Well, if you notice, what I said was he lost man points. You understand? His man card had been revoked because he did some bitch ish. Now, as far as him being educated and being extremely wise and smart, but I believe the brother is intelligent. I believe the brother is very intelligent. You understand? And I still won't take that from him. I didn't take it from him then, and I ain't gonna take it from him now. The only thing my concern was just pulling some bitch ish. He's like I said, and then while you brought that up, he was working the hell out of that woman. Boy, had her grabbing about 50 books. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? And the brother remember where everything is at. You know what I'm saying? He did. And guess what? And I'm gonna still give it to him. That brother, I believe that he is an intelligent brother. So as far as on this topic and on this situation and what he did, he failed at that. You understand? There was no wisdom that came out of what he did. But as far as his, intellect level, intellectual, and you understand, I'm gonna still keep it up there where it's at on 10. That brother, I believe it's an intelligent brother. I still believe.
That's what's up. What's up? Now here come the quote unquote potential body bag. Here come the potential body bag, and yes, I'm a lean into this and see what my brother had to say. So I'm listening to Sinetta debate the other night between the brother Lord Abba and Captain Katazar of ISUPK, and on whether or not Ruth was a Moabite or an Israelite, right? Good debate. If you haven't seen it, go over on Sinetta channel, the House of Consciousness, and check that debate out. Nice debate. I thought, both brothers came with it. I got Captain Katazar winning, even though I don't agree with his stance. I don't think Ruth is an Israelite, but I think he won the debate based on the back and forth. The thing I noticed though is that he said several times in this debate that the quote was something to the effect of, "This is why you're not authorized to teach the Bible." My question to my brother Cap is this: is the Slim Reaper, by your estimation, Captain K, the Gog Gabor of ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana, my captain over here on Paradigm Shift TV 314, my man's in them, as DMX said, is the Slim Reaper, the man who be taking cats' souls over here on Paradigm Shift TV 314, the scholar's scholar, Mr. Logic, A.K. Dre, is he authorized to teach the Bible? You muted, Cap. We can't hear nothing you saying. You muted.
Okay, no sweat. I said it again. I said no. You say you're gonna lean into it, so you leaned into the mic, and I said no. You understand? We lean into it again. No. Not authorized to teach the Bible. No one is authorized to teach the Bible outside of the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge under commanding General Yohana. No nigga is authorized. You understand? We are the only priests and prophets. We are the only teachers. We are the only ones that have the truth. So no one should be teaching. It wasn't just for Dr. Abba. Captain Katazar is correct in what he's saying. Dr. Abba even said, "I don't know the Bible like the UPK." We know you don't. We know you don't. That's why we're trying to save you. Why we're trying to help you out. You understand? So you can put it down and do something else.
So, but this, and that's why I say Captain Katazar won, because once you concede that you don't know the Bible as well as your opponent, and y'all are talking about a biblical story, then what are you talking about? So I guess Slim.
He won because he's correct.
So Slim Reaper and every other Bible teacher on my platform, what Cap is trying to tell y'all is, by saying you're not authorized to teach the Bible unless you come from the ISUPK, what he trying to say to y'all in no uncertain terms is,
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
What he's saying is, I know it's a lot of y'all coming over here now, and I see y'all making y'all waves, but Captain K is the one who built the foundation for this house. That's what it sounds like the brother saying to me. Now he can tell me if I'm wrong, but that's what it sounds like he's saying to me, because he's saying y'all ain't qualified. Go ahead, Cap. We're gonna close it out in about 10 minutes, but go ahead.
You absolutely correct. That's what I'm saying. None of them should be teaching nothing about the Bible. What they are doing is they are teaching Christianity. They're teaching religion. And the things that they teach, you won't find in the Bible. You understand? It's just not there. I'm going to give you a scripture real quick. Need the scripture going for real quick. Um, go get Titus, uh, first Titus for Titus 1, and then start at 10 and verse 11.
Titus 1, all right.
Titus 1, verse 10 and 11.
All right, and then the KGV.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna have you my trooper again. Remember now. You my trooper for the day.
Hey, don't let Miss DMG hear you saying that, Cap. You know that's one of her things, boy. Hey, Cap, my brother, but I can't have you in no IGPK getting no other wives.
Oh,
hey, I be looking at my black city like, hey, Cap had to be at multiple wives, baby. Like, what we talking about?
That's up to the brother. That's up to the brother to do that. And you know what women should be more concerned with is not stopping the man from getting another woman, but treating him the best he ever been treated in his life. And then maybe he won't go get another woman. The brother just might not. He might be like, damn, you know what? I'm good. I'm cool with this. But when you in there talking about you need that hand on me, you already know what that sound like to a man. Womp 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 womp.
Charlie Brown.
And boy, you gonna tell me you gonna make him run and lay in somebody else's lap.
And listen. Here's my disclaimer. Mrs. DMG, you know I'm joking, baby. I love you. I don't need nobody else. What Method Man say? You all I need to get by. So don't come down here giving me the face like you constipated. All right, I love you. Let me read Titus 1 and 10 right quick. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. Verse 11, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Okay, those mouths must be stopped, man. And this is why we go so hard for this truth in the ISUPK. Because everyone else that's out there claiming to be a teacher that does not have the truth, that has some form of religion, your mouth must be stopped. And we plan on stopping all mouths. See, that's why they don't take them discussions in those debates. You understand? That's why they do like what the doctor just did. I don't know the doctor he is, but the doctor said, I don't know the Bible that well. Y'all do. I don't know the Bible as well as the UPK. Your mouth must be stopped. And that's a perfect example of that. You understand? And the things that everyone else is teaching, the ones that are apologetics and God love everybody and apostolic, Pentecostal, Baptist, Southern Baptist, and Presbyterian, and all of that, all their mouths must be stopped. And the only way that we're gonna stop their mouth is by us teaching the truth. Because guess what? This one machine, you ain't gonna be able to stop. This machine don't need to be oiled, lubed. You understand? It ain't got to get charged. It don't have to be none of that. We come fully charged in the ISUPK. You understand? We fully lubed. We got the gas to go all the way. We ain't short stopping nowhere. And guess what? And we're going to stop those mouths that must be stopped because they're out there teaching. They're teaching lies to people. Commander General Yohana just said it. That's what makes our job so much harder because we got religious nuts out there that think they know the truth and don't. And so guess what? We got to stop their mouth. And we plan on doing it in the ISUK.
Those were shots fired if I ever heard them. Captain K, the Goggle Boy, has come back to Paradigm Shift to lay down the law. That's a double entendre for those who aren't initiated, so to speak. And listen, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. This what it is. The captain has spoken. So I suggest everybody brace yourself, because if he came to take aim at the top dog, the Slim Reaper, what you think he got for all the other naysayers? Like it's all bad. So Slim Reaper, I hope you licking your wounds. I hope you got band-aids, because look, don't go to church with all them cuts Cap just gave you, because you ain't supposed to be there. I'm just telling you what I'm gonna start calling Cap the lawgiver. I'm just telling you what the lawgiver is saying. But that Cap, go ahead and close out, man. We gonna get ready for this next joint we got coming up, and I need you to be watching that.
Yeah, damn right. I'm gonna be in there. What time to start? Oh, you're on mute, brother.
My bad. 5:30, if I'm not mistaken. I got it scheduled for 5:30, but I just got to clarify with both brothers. You know, we be moving and shaking and things get switched up. So, but I'll let you know either way.
Damn right. Let me know. Send me the link. I'm gonna tune in. Yeah, but you heard DMG. That is what it is. All right, and I'm gonna make it quick. Okay, closing out. Make sure you tune in to all of our radio shows and podcasts that we got going on. We got Sharpen the Sword every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Then we got STATL Connect podcast every Wednesday, 6 Eastern Time, 5 Central Time. Then we got To the Hallway going down every Friday. You understand? At 10 p.m. Make sure y'all tuned in, locked in with us. And we got our weekly classes going down every Tuesday and every Wednesday. And then our Sabbath class every Saturday. So make sure you tuned in, rocking with us. We got giveaways. We got clothes and food drives. We do all of that. All right. So make sure y'all rocking with us. Check us out on every social media, YouTube, fan base, Clubhouse, Twitter, what is it, X? You understand? Instagram, we own it all. All right. And ISUPK St. Louis, make sure you tuned in and plugged in. With that, shalom, everybody.
Of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
And y'all know what it is. Cap, again, laid down the law in more ways than others. And y'all make sure y'all come back. Cap gonna be back. He definitely gonna hit that panel, because I'm sure he gonna have some questions. But y'all come back for this one. We're kicking that off at 5:30. That's Nobody and A1. It's the Versus series brought to us by the Craig and Craig law firm over at the Whole Effing Show. The question is the Bible for just Israelites, or is it for everybody? That is the question. So y'all let us know who y'all got. Hey, Nobody. It's been a little minute since he had one of these. I think the last one was him and Ratchet Craig. You know what I say? That's your favorite urban apologist. A1 been coming in. He wants the smoke from everybody, and so that's been the thing that I found, that I always find curious. You know, we come up here and we have these conversations. We try to get our gotcha moments and we do all our little things, but everybody wants the smoke, but they just want a certain kind of smoke. Me, it's like, hey, if you the hardest cat in the yard, you the cat I'm gonna hit in the face. But even if you the softest cat in the yard and you keep barking up this tree gonna fall on you. So I always say when cats be like, man, that cat not even on my level, we're gonna take the candy from that baby. If he talking garbage, take the trash out. Just go have that like day. Because sometimes the only way to shut somebody up is to hit them in the mouth. Intellectually speaking, of course, informational, from an informational standpoint. Go knock them out right quick. Get it over with. It's like work anyway. You know what I mean? Because he ain't on your level. So like, just for future reference, don't tell me somebody not on your level if you ain't willing to knock them out. It ain't a waste of time because they're going to have to hold that L forever. Whenever your name come up and they start talking that stuff to you again, they got to hold that L. Especially if you do it definitively. But it always make me question a person's confidence when they not willing to knock somebody out. Because if it's that easy, then just do it like Nike. If it's that easy, you know what I mean? But to me, that's how I would roll. I can't judge somebody else on how they see fit to move and shake in these spaces. So with that being said, man, y'all come back for A1 versus nobody. Is the Bible just for Israelites or is it for everybody? That's your favorite urban apologist versus the apologetic slayer, A1. We'll be back at it in a couple of hours, family. 5:30, 6 o'clock. Man, I don't know yet because I got to get some clarification from the brothers, but it's either going to be 5:30 as scheduled or we might push it back like a half hour at the most. I got to convene with the Craig and Craig law firm, but we will be bringing that to you in an hour and a half to 2 hours. And y'all let us know who you got. That being said, it's been Paradigm Shift TV 314. This DMG, the poet, AKA the HNIC. I'm out. That's peace. Come back and check out that dialogue between A1 and nobody. We out.